I really like to like make mixtapes for like age 10 of like music, so I sort of thought it was akin to like making a mixtape in a way, you know, organizing footage in different ways and words and sounds. I came from a very musical family, and I was like sort of gifted the record player and old Beatles records, and I grew up sort of with grunge. Some of my first CDs were like Pearl Jam and Stone Temple Pilots. I was always sort of interested in music, and always interested in music history and where things came from, how things started. Loved meeting, you know, stars and getting a glimpse into their world. I thought, you know, why not try to take a stab at documentary film?
We got nowhere to go, and it may sound funny, but it's true. Ooh, hanging out in 100 feet.
I Need That Record. In the early 2000s, a lot of independent record stores were closing down. And the press was saying, well, downloading's the wave of the future, and we're not going to have any physical media anymore. And I sort of looked at record stores as kind of a cultural space and thought that they were really, really important for the music scene, for people to get, you know, just as a, for lack of a better word, networking, you know, just to meet people, hang out, be with like-minded people, and be with inside the music. So I think this is important, and I bet I could get a bunch of other sort of indie rockers that thought that this would be important too. Doing this film, I Need That Record, and I had no music industry contacts. And so through my girlfriend at the time, her grandmother, Naomi Rosenblum, insisted that I meet this guy, Danny Fields. And I was a little nervous because I didn't really know a lot about the Ramones. And Stooges for me were a big band when I was 15. So I met him and I went out for dinner with him, and I thought, you know, that was that. We interviewed him for I Need That Record. He ended up on the cutting room floor because we didn't even get to talk about record stores. Danny himself was just such a fascinating guy. Danny Fields, again, is the subject of this film. Danny says, without him we wouldn't know the Ramones, we wouldn't know the Stooges, we wouldn't know Nico, we wouldn't know the MC5, we wouldn't know much of the Velvet Underground, probably. He's just a really fascinating figure who held many different roles within the music industry, but along the way sort of put his stamp on things and really encouraged a lot of these fringe artists or freaks to, you know, enter the mainstream. The best thing about doing this film about him was just getting me personally to hang around him. He's such a brilliant person. I mean, he's got the whole history of human civilization in his head, and he is just connecting, you know, different art, different movements, different people, different thoughts, different ideas, all together all the time. I mean, it really took somebody of brilliance to see Iggy Pop on the stage in 1968. You got to be able to kind of define it for people and say why this is great.
I tried a couple of times to get them to cover something in rehearsal, and you'd get this pout, this sullen look. Yes, this was a guy who would look at something that nobody else was really ready to see, and he'd say,
fortunately, you can get started today with little to no money. The thing is that the mode of, you know, production has been democratized, but the rights have not. It's really expensive for music rights, and that's really harmful to creation, and it's harmful to documentary filmmakers, and I would like to see that change. And there's a lot of people that are probably telling very interesting stories in interesting ways that haven't been heard. And there's audiences that want to see documentaries now. And I would hope that there's people out there on the sort of business level sort of trying to attract really interesting filmmakers to do great work. Hey, this is Brendan Toller, director of I Need That Record and Danny Says, the film about Danny Fields, the guy behind the Stooges, Nico, MC5, and so much more. I'd like to give a shout out to Latin America and all the folks watching El parlante amarillo.
La la la